Hi, this is Perry Kurtz, and I wanted to tell you that I've got a new show coming out. It's called Happy News with Perry Kurtz. That's me. And it's going to be different because we're going to be bringing you the upside of life. That's right, the happy news to make you feel good. And each week I'm going to have my special guests. We're going to talk about their lives and comment on the good things. You can hear us on iTunes, Stitcher, Castbox, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can watch us on Binge on This on YouTube.
Welcome to What's Hood, y'all. It's I, your host, Forever Cabron, and I'm joined with
Liliana. Good. Excited.
That's what's up. I hope you've been. How's your week been for? I think we're in the middle of it, right?
Yeah, Wednesday, halfway there. So far, so good. Been productive at work, getting involved with new projects.
That's what's up.
Yeah, feeling a little important.
Hey, yo, don't mind. Just stretch it out, fool. It's not a flex that you're just getting up. You feel me? Bigger responsibility. Like I told you, your ability is there. It's just a matter of how you market yourself and prepare yourself. You feel me? So I'm excited for you. It's an amazing opportunity of growth, I bet, and I'm pretty sure it's teaching you how much you really know, if that makes sense. You feel me?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know I could put together a nice email.
Well, patience will teach you.
Dude, it's not even patience because I will be staring at it for a while and then I'll save it as a draft and then I'll edit it later and then I'll stare at it again. So maybe it is patience.
So let me ask you this. Is that like your creative process?
Like writing something out nicely?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that at one point it was a hobby of mine.
Yeah.
Like I used to really fantasize with words in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Never really wrote them out.
Yeah.
But it's nice to make nice things in your head.
So let me ask you. It's interesting because I consider myself an artist, and I'm the type of individual that I won't go back to my work.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, wow.
I write shit out, and that's just, it's a moment in time. It's words put together. I don't know how else to describe them.
Okay.
So that's to me, the idea of going back and getting better and redoing things. It's fascinating. One of the things that I personally struggle with is dedicating time to find my own drawing style, if that makes sense.
Discipline.
Hey, a lot of people like it out here.
Yeah. It's not easy.
It really isn't. But before we go any further, by the way, this is episode 41 of What's Hood. Yeah, 41. You're starting off fresh. 41 of What's Hood, dog, and the Golden Eye Food Productions right here on the Binge on this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit a notification bell, and drop a comment down somewhere. You feel me? We appreciate you. I think 20 away from 100. That's the goal. Let's finish out the year strong.
Damn, for real.
Hey, but back to the conversation, though. This is how we are sometimes, you feel me?
All over the place.
Hey, exactly. That's why you got to, bring all the chess pieces together, line them up, and then you play. Anyways, but yeah, I don't have the patience or the discipline, like you said, to sit there and work out my own drawing style. And I find it funny where that's the critique, we're our own worst critic.
Yeah, I feel you on that because I feel like I've tried to sit down and figure out my own drawing style.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's hard because you literally have no sense of direction, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's good to just kind of like be guided by like a video or
Mm-hmm.
a book, you know, or
Inspiration.
like some people on Instagram. Yeah, some people on Instagram have these like art challenges, and like
Mm-hmm.
every month or every day it's something different, and
Yeah.
it just gives you like a title or a topic of something to draw, and then it's like draw a skull today. And
Yeah.
obviously everyone's gonna draw a skull a different way.
Yeah.
So, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
that way you're exploring, experimenting your own style with
Yeah.
a basic image or whatever
I fuck with
pattern.
that so heavy because I forget sometimes that you're from the era of the internet. Like when you grew
Oh
up, the
yeah.
internet was established.
Oh yeah. I know that. I know that, and it bothers me that I'm not active with it because
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, I would fucking vent
Hmm.
online. You know, I'd be like, I'm feeling like this, or like posting
Yeah.
pictures and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I stopped and I'm like, what happened? Like, I did not forget how to use the internet. Like, I don't know what happened, but we're getting back on that. Back on that. So,
No, but it's an I like I said, I find that the conversation sometimes entiendes because I'm from the era before that where you had to look for what inspired you. You know what I'm saying?
interesting. Yeah.
I got into cartoons because I wanted to learn how to draw. Like that shit was fucking so dope to me. How you took a few fucking triangles and you made them into a fucking shape, and now the shape is beating the motherfuckers' asses.
Question.
Go for it, dog.
Well, since you said that like my generation is like the internet. Before the internet, like when I was in elementary school
Hmm.
and the teachers required us to check books out from libraries,
Yeah,
I would check out how to draw books,
yeah.
and it just reminded me of the squares and triangles that you're talking about, because I also had like a fascination about that. I was just like, so you mean to tell me if I just erase these lines, you know, it'll be a fucking horse?
But it touches on to a bigger conversation for myself personally because that's when I realized writing and laws and rules are just things written on paper. Like, does that make
True.
sense? Like my
No, yeah, it's like literally, it's just a piece of paper. Like a contract is just a piece of paper, you know, and it's just like,
yeah,
okay.
watch me live, dog. Aquí ando vivo. But I think that goes back to my phrasing that I grew up outside.
Mm,
Like I grew up really outside. I grew up with homies that I mean, gang bang is a thing I know, fool. But at the same
mm-hmm.
time, I also had the grace and the benefit and the blessing of having a mom that was able to keep me indoors. You feel me? To a manner of
Yeah.
speaking, also being a leash to the system. You feel me? Like foster care is like it's one of those. It's a. There's horror stories out there. That we'll get to it another time. You feel me?
Right.
But it speaks to the artistic soul in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. How much do you know about Picasso?
Not enough. I don't know, not enough. I just know he was an artist, a
Right.
painter.
So check this out. Picasso and Frida Kahlo. I'm always adding random fucking little things to names. I swear, dog. Like, give it a purpose.
Right.
Pero ¿cómo se dice? They lived in 1940.
Oh, they were both alive at the same time?
Yeah, I think Picasso died in
Crazy.
1948 or 1968 or some shit like that. Like Picasso died recently. Fucking
Oh,
Kahlo
wow.
died before the 50s, I think.
Uh-huh.
And then Richie Valens died in the 50s. Her husband died in the 70s maybe. I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Cantinflas died in his 90s. Chespirito was close to 100.
Oh yeah, long live.
But they also like a lot of those fools were children of the revolution. So,
Mhm.
to me, art there is like, how do you find yourself in that chaotic mess?
Mhm.
Have you seen that Netflix LA Originals? The Chicano
I think I
photographer
have.
and the tattoo artist.
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Give
I
me
did.
your overall thoughts on that because the homie did not watch yet. Like, it's time to watch this.
Yo, I mean, I watched it a while back and I really enjoyed it because it was about mi gente
Yeah, power
over
to the people.
here, so
Hell yeah.
it was good to see. Was that where that cartoon guy came out in?
Yes.
Where, okay, yeah, so it's inspiring because I love art first and foremost, and then
Yeah.
just learning how our culture is very artsy, like way back, with our like
Hieroglyphics.
metaphors. Exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. So, and just seeing that like some of our own kinfolk are out there, you
Yeah.
know, thriving with like murals, tattoos, or
Photography.
photography, exactly. And out here in LA, definitely a lot of pride and love with all of
Hey,
that,
that we from the city.
Los Angeles, no, yeah, very
City
much
of
so.
Angels.
Yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was very inspiring. I was like, damn, that's nice. Like I like that. And then just just how like a lot the whole like all of LA and people just knowing,
Yeah.
where to find these artists and yeah.
That's what's up. Like, what did you take away from their story personally?
Mm, the thing is that I watched it a while
Hmm.
back, so I
So
don't have
no, I understand that's not a fresh mind. You feel me? I wonder. I'm asking what water remained. You feel me? If that
well,
makes sense.
the water, no, yeah, I think it's just the fact of like pursuing what you enjoy doing
Yeah.
and
So let me
knowing that
ask
you
you
could be
this.
badass.
So let me see if I can find the way I'm forming my question.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you think that the content that they captured and the way that they captured it was more that drew you to it, or was it the way that they shot it or drew it? Like, am I making sense? Um,
Like the way that
Go ahead.
uh
Sorry, my
I
bad.
was just trying to rephrase what you just said to try and understand.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. Let me explain it to you like this. Do you think it was because they captured Cholo lifestyle in a different way? You feel me? Like, it was very at you. It was very like aquí estoy. It was bold. You feel me? Like, when I think of tattoos in there, because mind you,
Oh, okay.
like, am I making sense now?
No, yeah.
So to me, I know Tattoo from the hip hop scene in the sense that his name got thrown out there and he tattooed everybody. And it was way back in 2002, 2003, fucking that photographer guy, like, dog, I've been seeing that LA sign being thrown since
Mm-hmm.
I was, chamaco. You know what I'm saying? So to me,
Yeah.
like, the things that speak to me personally are the way these fools captured the barrio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
when I think of cart,
Yeah. I okay.
go ahead.
Oh no, you were saying when you think of cartoon.
When I think of cartoons tattoo style, I think of murals in LA. Like back when
Yeah.
there was real murals in LA. Like I grew up with them in the backdrop. Like I'm an RTD kid.
Nice.
You feel me? If you know, you know what it is. ¿Me entiendes? So when I think back to that, I think that a lot of it that's bold is that it reflects us in the barrio. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
When you see one of those hyenas dressed in a bikini with a sad clown makeup and a fucking sombrero, holding dos pistolas con las bandoleras, like.
Oh shit! Whole ass poster right here.
but you picture it, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. And that has been so unforgiving with the makeup clown and the makeup suits, you feel me? Like I was talking to my homies the other day, dog, I've been fucking with Fools Gone Wild because it's just it's a trip for me. It's like it's a mixture of memory lane and what these new fools are up to.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers wild, dog. They have an album, 17 minutes. Like,
did you listen to it?
Yeah, I've listened to it several times.
Several 17 minutes.
I'm crudo as fuck.
Wow, no way.
They got the Foo Files cumbia. They like dead ass hired a cumbia crew, like a tropical crew.
That is fucking dope.
Dog, they talk about the party. And I haven't talked about the party line since 2003.
Party land?
Party line.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I think I sent you the album link, but I'll send it to you again. Listen to these fools, dog. These fools motherfuckers be clowns. But ain't nothing but love from this side, you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't agree with some of the shit sometimes, porque a veces una gozada that TV out there promoting, but you can't make everyone happy 24/7, listen. But man, that is wild. But no, like that's pretty dope, you know, that these fools are out there, you know, basically being able to be honored while they're alive instead of dead, ¿me entiendes? I'm glad that Netflix gave them a series that that honors what they have done for the culture. You know, the fact that Japanese people know cartoon is fucking mad wild. But then again, Japan also has a Chicano culture. Full Lolos and everything.
The aesthetics.
Yeah, the looks, dog. They fucking love it. These fools have like, you know, Adelitas blasted on them, dog. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Yo, that one actor is Filipino American. He came out in, I think, Richie Valens. He did the Richie Valens guy.
Oh, Lou Diamond Phillips. Yeah.
So he's Filipino, and he's done a couple of Chicano
Stand and Deliver
roles.
Yeah.
I recently saw him in an episode of Chopped. The cooking show.
Yeah, I fuck with that show.
That was nice to see a familiar face.
You're not
I know you.
I fuck with Chopped.
Yeah, they're not all randoms. Yeah.
Hey, fool, sometimes worlds collide, you feel me? I think 2020 is
I mean, yeah.
I think 2020 is a year that people learn that, you know, your world isn't its own individual bubble, you feel me? You can pretend this shit ain't happening out here, dog, but
cada cabeza es un mundo.
Yeah, dog, I'm out here popping everyone. Cáele, güey, estamos sufriendo. Ay, no puedo conmigo mismo, I swear
man.
sometimes. Well, it's getting pretty late. I know I don't want to keep you. Anything else you want to touch upon? Anything else that comes to mind?
Well, with that whole Netflix bit, no, just culture. I never really thought it was part of our culture, if I'm being 100% honest.
What aspect are you speaking on?
But then after I went to school, like the cholo aesthetic with the pants and the bald head and the tattoos and the, sunglasses and the low riders, all of that. I didn't think it was part of my culture until I went to school and I learned about the pachucos, and I was like, okay, all right. I could see how it has evolved centuries, into what it is now. And I'm a fan of the style, sometimes I put on my lip liner, try to switch it up a bit. But I like it. I think it's cool.
You want to know something crazy? Like, even Selena was inspired by Chola culture. And
oh, yeah. I mean, I could see it on her.
We're a little hoodish style. What can we say?
I know that's crazy, but I think I understand why, like we're also minorities in this world. So, we're going to put
I got some bad news for you, homie.
Every now and then.
Get some bad news for you. We're not, though.
No, I know. Oh, yeah. 1,000%. It's just, but it is labeled.
Yes. So hopefully that's only part of the audio that cuts out, because that was pretty loud. I'm not going to lie. But shouts out to, the recording.
Wait, what was loud?
Oh, no, it's because sometimes the connection came in fuzzy, so I'm not sure if it's going to be on the recording or not. Hey, if you guys are listening to this, that's what's up. Shouts out to you, Bryan. You hold it down this thing. We out here doing the work. But, no, yeah, like I said,
I'm sure. I'm sure he got us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Shouts out to the homie. But no, I just back on that cholo aesthetic, you feel me? Like I that's all I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what everyone else grew up with, but the neighborhoods that had my people in it kind of taught me the old ways, you feel me? As I saw the ambition of my generation, ¿me entiendes? When it comes to this gangbanging shit, it leads into that cartel conversation, and it's just it becomes more complicated, you feel me? Because cartels are no longer gangs, they're now entire ciudades, you know? Do you remember earlier in this year, and mind you, this is how wild life is, when El Chapo's son was gonna get captured? And the entire city of Culiacan just fucking went in complete a war zone.
Yeah.
Like, when you're talking about that kind of influence, it's more difficult, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I appreciate the new tribes, you know what I'm saying? That's all I call them personally, you know. We went from being, chichimecas, purepechas, mexicas, to now being norteños and sureños. Hey, dog, ain't nothing but love from here.
Right.
Get your money. You feel me? One's red, one's blue, and I find that so interesting too, because, and now to get on my stupid fucking symbolic shit, the two main gods of what we consider the Aztec, the Mexica, were the god of rain, Taoloc, and the god of war, Huichpotli.
Oh, shit.
One was blue and one was red.
And you know what? I take it back. I'm here talking about the culture and gang banging. Back to the Aztec days. Literally, they declare war on their neighbor like every so often.
24/7, dog. Can't get it. What's up? Come through.
So it's like it's part of who we were at the time.
Spiritually speaking, too.
We go.
Like, that's our ancestors coming through, dog, and saying, Kylie.
Literally, and at one point, people volunteered. Like cities will volunteer, like, hey, man, we'll fight you. Like, you don't have to fight those people.
Everybody,
you can fight us. Like, we volunteer.
Like, come on. We got to stretch out, too. It's like, hey, dog, if you won, you won, though.
No, yeah.
One of these days that that's
a fair fight.
Mm-hmm. But I tell people all the time that we as a community didn't value money as much as these people do here.
Yeah.
So that's why our come up is entirely different, Shout out to the streets vendors out there que, sell the raspados and the elotes. Like, I got nothing but love for the fools. Motherfuckers be catching hot ones for no fucking reason. I tell people all the time, robbery is free. It's 2020, dog. We still haven't forgotten over here. But I think this is a pretty good. Any last thoughts about all the subjects we talked about? Anything final you have to say?
Well, I think we were pretty thorough,
Mm-hmm.
We went back in time, fast forwarded to Netflix.
Hey, dog, we tend to be all over the place, you feel me? I think it was a good conversation, honestly. Any last words to the people?
Well, on that artistic bit, practice makes perfect. I wish I could, dedicate time and discipline to perfecting my my interests in arts, but there's so many that honestly I just try. I at least try.
I mean, no, I feel you 100%. This is, like I said, to me, art is also a conversation, ¿me entiendes? So, like, to me, this is a practice in art.
Yeah, creating content.
Exactly, and discussing things that, inspire us or what moves us to inspire us, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like I said, I like to create, but I still don't like finding the creative process of liking things of myself. But mind you, that's a that's a psychological conversation. I gotta go talk to a therapist. And that ain't happening. We social distancing from everybody.
Oh shit.
Too real.
Right?
Do you have human flaws?
Yeah, and I think that one of the things that is helpful when like practicing any form of art is like literally enjoying it. Like you have to enjoy it, because if you're not enjoying it, then it's like, so what if you're sitting down writing something? It's like, are you having fun? Because I could sit down with a piece of paper and or paint and just be like, blah. So I don't know, just trying everything, like from writing to talking to painting to singing, which by the way is one of my favorites.
Hell yeah.
I like to sing.
Hell yeah.
Randomly I'll record myself just singing.
I can't wait
I
to
don't know what
see
it
it
is,
somewhere
but
in life.
I mean, it's in my deleted folder in my phone. It's in my trash bin on my
Hey,
laptop.
dog, that can only be for you. It's all good.
Yeah, and that's the important thing. Like,
Hmm.
so what if I don't want to share with the world? At
Yeah,
least it fulfills me,
that's what's up. I like that
So
perspective.
I'm okay with that.
That is awesome. No, it's real talk. You feel me? On my end, bit dog. I need to have more follow through on shit like that. You feel me? But then again, I think I'm more of a creative eye.
A director,
A li-
behind the scenes,
maybe you feel me?
producer.
I like to, yeah, maybe
That's cool.
creatively. You feel me? Like I like to envision the whole picture. I like to envision whole things. You feel me? I like to commission people, photographers, artists to like capture certain images that speak to me.
Hmm.
But that shit requires failure. You feel me? Because you don't want to pay out. Like we all
Oh
can't be
yeah,
starting forever. You feel me?
yeah.
So you gotta support your local community. You gotta support your local artists. You feel me?
That reminds me.
What's up?
There's this artist, painter, muralist from the San Fernando Valley. I don't know his name, and I don't want to burn him out either. But he has like 20,000 followers, and he's very good at his art. He
Hell
paints for the
yeah.
city. He's now started selling masks with his paintings on them
That's
and
what's up.
shirts, and just being an artist.
Yeah.
However, he has 0 in his following list. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of like
Okay.
disrespectful to the community. Like, artists should support artists, and the fact that you don't follow anyone, like not even your mama, is kind of disrespectful.
Okay. I know I feel the conversation. You feel me? I'm the type of individual that I'm kind of like I don't know how I personally feel about social media. You feel me? Because there is that social media etiquette. If you have
Okay.
20,000,
Yeah.
if you have 20,000 followers, you should at least be following or promoting 500 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have
Yeah,
to.
something
You
like show that
don't.
you give a shit.
You don't have to be so caught up in self. You feel me? But
Yeah.
like I follow a lot of the food pages, right? Food's Gone
Yeah.
Wild, the food community, you ain't that fool, whatever. Like this dumb shit, right?
Wow. Devon.
Like dog, that's a whole clica.
That's awesome. For real, the food clica.
Yeah, dog, and they are those fools. You feel me?
That's what's
But
up.
yeah, but it's funny watching them have in like inner food beef.
Inner food beef. That's hilarious. What the fuck do they beef about?
Who posted what content first? What's going down? Like left and right, blah blah blah, whoop de whoop, like dumb shit. And it's funny because they become the exact things that they clown, which is what they call net bangers.
Wow.
They clown the new generation that they have nicknamed Edwards or Edgars with
Edgar's.
the little haircut that with
I
the
know what
little
an Edgar
haircut.
looks like, and that's sad. Oh
I fucking
no.
love this episode right now so far. I know we've been
That's
saying goodbye for a
wild.
minute, but I swear, dog, that shit gets funnier and funnier.
Hey man, you said any last minute thoughts, and this is what
Hey,
happens.
no, hey, we're here. Fuck you, thug life. What's up to say? But yeah, dog, Edgar's. And troqueando.
Wow. Troqueando.
Right now, there's a movie called A Tax Collector that I want to see. Maybe we can watch it when I go back home or whatever. Called The Tax Collector, and Shia LaBeouf from Even Stevens plays a fool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays a vato, loco.
That is what's up. I would actually be down to watch that.
Yeah, let's watch
I love
it.
him as the actor.
No, yeah, for sure. We'll post up at the crib and watch it. I'm excited. But anyways, like there's people in the Latinx community. I'm not gonna lie, if we're one thing, that we're probably a food podcast, not a Latinx podcast. Because I am more of a food dog.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm the big homie, but that's a whole other conversation. So anyways, long story short, it's just funny watching the inner beast of the food community, and it's also kind of pretty dope to see how they all come together when they lose one of their own too, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Rest in power to the food Rip and Dip.
Oh, really? He passed?
Yeah, he passed away. The homie was diabetic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so all my overweight compas that tend to struggle with out here with me, get on to something. Or get to walking. I said, drink your water.
Right.
But water's crucial. But rest in power to the homie. Sucks for his loved ones, you feel me? It salió out of nowhere,
Yeah, for sure.
So dog, but it's just it's like I said, it's interesting watching people come into their own artistically, you feel me? This was pretty. I'm solid with this. Anything else aside from that? We good?
I
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. My final thoughts on the whole matter, dog. I'll put it to you guys like this: you gotta put in work where you gotta put in work in. You feel me? Like sadly, sometimes life will get you caught up. Life is gonna get you to pause your artistic endeavors and focus on the things that are gonna make you bread. You feel me? Instead of the things that satisfy you. I just hope people remember that you're supposed to make enough to give yourself a break every now and then. You feel me? And whatever that means to you, artistic burnout is really a thing. So many people try to get into this podcast game thinking that it's gonna be pan comido, I'm funny, I got personality. Like, nah, dog, you gotta talk to the people. Like, what's up, fools? Hey, first time, last time, and part time. What's up? But it's one of those things where you commit time to it the exact same way you commit to all those circles you draw just to get the shapes right. You know what I'm saying? All those circles you draw to work on your shadow technique. You feel me? All those half-drawn images of things that you want to perfect yourself upon. And dog, spend time on all of that because, like I said, you can have a kid tomorrow, dog, and not even have time for that shit no more. You feel me? No, you really can't have a kid tomorrow, dog. Wear condoms. All right, then. That's it for me, dog. I am forever cabrón. Hey, balance is crucial, my homie. Say goodbye to the people, Liliana, before we plug in our show and network one more time.
Peace out, everybody.
Amor y paz como Río
Tobar. On the next
slide. Hey, that part real quick. But before we officially go, guys.
Mercado.
Hey, dog, shouts out to the homie real quick. But before we proceed to give y'all what you need, thank you for tuning into What's Hood with me, your boy FC and Liliana La Extraña. You can catch her at, what's your at, homie? Your Instagram?
It's me, Liliana.
And your Twitter?
On the gram, Lily the Weirdo.
That's what's up, Lily the Weirdo. And it's Liliana. And of course, you can find me, your boy FC, What's Hood 365 on the official podcast account, and forever_Cabron on the personal. But you know, I'm taking a break from socials. Honestly, we all need a break. You feel me? A Goodnight Food Productions right here on the Binge on this channel. 20 people away from getting 100 guys. Help a motherfucker out before 2020 is out of this year. You feel me? You've been under quarantine. You know what it's like in the crib, dog. You've been going crazy. We hope you have been listening to the classics such as Happy News with the homie Perry Kurtz. Hope the homie's been recovering. He's going to be back on the old 1 and 2. Let the homie, you know, breathe for a second. And of course, What's Hood with me, your boy FC, and the homie Liliana, kicking it to you right here live from the block, dog. We dead ass posted. The Reading Ronin with the homie Bryan. The Sam of all trades with the homie Sam. You feel me? Rolling 420s with the dark and high fantasy rolling bits. You feel me? I'm rushing this motherfucker. And of course, the flagship, the Capitan of our network. This, that, and the other with the homies Bryan and Sam. We thank you. We appreciate you liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, looking up at the socials. We appreciate you. Liliana, what's up? What's Hood? Hit us with the tagline. What is it? We'll catch y'all.
Oh, we'll catch you on the next slide or next one.
Yeah, dog, that one.
Whichever comes first.
Hey.